What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. It is so crazy how life in the NFL can just change just like that. The Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the NFC East, I believe, at this moment right now. And I think they deserve to be in the playoffs. I think they will beat the Giants on Sunday. And I think that the Redskins will fall to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and the Cowboys will end up in the playoffs. And just imagine I'm saying this now. And just 3 short weeks ago, Dallas was 3-9. Dallas looked like they were going to have a top 5 pick in the draft. And 3 short weeks later, they could be hosting a playoff game. Like, life in the NFL is just like no other sport. It's literally like no other sport because in less than a month, this team went from having a top 5 pick in the draft to potentially in 1 month's time be hosting a playoff game as division champions. That is just crazy. And here's why Dallas deserves to go to the playoffs. 1, because they have Andy Dalton. He is the best quarterback in the division right now. I mean, think about it. Jalen Hurts is a rookie. He's still learning the trades, and he's still turning the ball over a little bit too much for most people's liking. But he's making plays, and he can run around and make plays. Daniel Jones is hurt, so you're playing Colt McCoy, Daniel Jones, Colt McCoy. But we know Daniel Jones is a turnover machine, and Colt McCoy is a career backup. And then you got Alex Smith, who is on a bionic leg and coming off an injury. He's a man with a bionic leg coming off an injury. You just cut Dwayne Haskins and you sign Blaine Gabbert or somebody off the street. Taylor Heineke is the backup. Like, come on, man. Like, none of that. So Andy Dalton's the best quarterback in the division as of right now. You know, with Dak hurt and Carson Wentz bench, no good. So they got the best quarterback. The running game has been reemerged. Zeke had over 100 yards. He's only done it 3 times this season, but he just did it last week. Tony Pollard looks explosive. More explosive, and honestly, in most parts during the games, look like a better running back than Zeke. And then you have a receiving core that should be top 3 in the NFL. They should be. Michael Gallup is a legit number 1, or looks like a damn good number 2. CeeDee Lamb's a legit number 1, and Amari Cooper's getting paid like a number 1. I mean, hell, let's just call it what it is. He makes $20 million a year. So they have the best receiving core, and the defense is getting better. I think the defense has had something like 9 or 10 turnovers over the last 3 games. This was a defense that couldn't make any turnovers. And now they've had 9 or 10 over the last 3 games. This team will get in the playoffs. And this is just crazy how life in the NFL changes so fast. Now they'll have some decisions to make because this is not a team that will win a playoff game. I don't care if they're hosting it or not. Even with fans in the stands, they're not going to beat anybody in the playoffs. But the fact that they made the playoffs, I have to give it up for Mike McCarthy. Clap it up for the team, Andy Dalton, Tony Pollard, Zeke Elliott, all those guys, because they're making this happen, and I think they will make it happen. Now, obviously, they need some help. They need Jalen Hurts to ball out on Washington, which I think he is capable of doing, because once again, Alex Smith is not Alex Smith right now. He's Alex Smith on a bad leg, and he's Alex Smith injured. So he's got a bad leg, and he's injured, and he's going against an Eagles team that would love to play spoiler, would love to prevent their defense coordinator, Jim Schwartz, has already come out and said, this is a no-hat week. We don't want folks celebrating a division title at our field. So I get it. They're going to play hard. They're trying to make sure the Washington football team does not celebrate, and Lincoln Financial was the NFC East division champions. So that sets up a lot for the Dallas Cowboys to go beat up on the Giants and hope that the Eagles can do the same against Washington. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below on the Cowboys season and how crazy this would be if they ended up hosting a playoff game after the way they started the season at 3-9. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at JLightsy7. Hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. We'll see you guys next time.